You want to watch it once?
Yo, guys, this is Nate, and I'm back for another audio commentary for WCReplays.com.
And this is Ed. I am his special guest.
Ed is our special guest today, doing a dual commentary with me.
Yep. So what's up? Today we'll be doing a match which we thought looked interesting. I don't know how good the game is. It's between DemOnGoD, who's like 13 years old, but he's an insane player. He's incredible. On top of US East, and against my man Rival.Showtime, who is #1 on East now very quickly, and is considered one of the best players in Warcraft.
Alright, so let's just get this game loaded up. Map is Gnoll Wood, and as Ed said, the players are DemOnGoD and Rival.Showtime, Undead versus Night Elf. And pause the game 15 seconds, 1x speed with Fog of War off. So today, we chose this game because it looked pretty cool, and I haven't really been playing that much, so no games of my own really to commentate on. But this looks like it's going to be a pretty cool game. We got this off of the WC Replays website. So we'll give you guys some time to sync up there. Anything you want to say, Ed?
Not really. Showtime, by the way, has been playing some Undead recently in tournaments.
Yeah, he's got some crazy Undead.
He used Sweet-style things, which obviously are good, because Sweet is #1 Asia. And he's doing real well. He recently won, I forget which tournament it was, but he won a big tournament with only losing one game. Alright, so let's get this game on right now, because I don't really have much to say. You guys know the matchup better than I do.
Unpause. There we go. So,
alright,
started.
This is Gnoll Wood, which is more of a creep craft map, especially considering they didn't get adjacent spawned. I don't know. Undead versus Night Elf, I think there's a really big amount of trouble with keeping one's heroes alive as the Night Elf, because once they get up to that like level 3 Coil, level 2 Nova, and level 1 Impale,
you don't even need the Impale.
Your hero just sort of disappears.
Yeah, I've actually been trying out Fiends, although I'm usually one to not go Fiends. I've been going Fiends, Death Knight, Lich versus Elf, and just nuking their heroes. It's incredibly effective.
Especially if the Night Elf doesn't know how to control
a melee hero. He's putting up an early graveyard, so we might actually see Fiends out of DemOnGoD.
Yeah, that's definitely what is going to happen. He put up the graveyard actually a little bit later. I think he's going to do kind of a Fiends tech deal, and maybe go for fast Gargs. That's my... I haven't seen DemOnGoD play in a while, but
back in the day,
back in the day, he sort of emulated Fearfax Guard strats. And it looks like Showtime is going to do tech.
Yeah, he's going to tech some.
He's going to tech Dryads.
7 Wisps queued up.
Yeah, Showtime likes his Wisps, and he is so good with them.
Tech is a very effective thing versus Undead for the good players. I was speaking to my friend Kumar, who's AKA a whole bunch of stuff. What's his highest AKA?
I don't know. He's in 4 Kings though.
Yeah, he's in Clan 4K, and I was talking to him about Undead Towering versus Elf, and he was saying he doesn't find them a problem because what he does, and actually this isn't a solution I really considered, he cancels his tech as soon as he sees the towers going up, and then builds Ancients of War with out of the base, I think, or whatever. But the key thing there is that he cancels the tech, and so he catches up very quickly. So I think that's why Showtime is considering that as an option.
Showtime is doing Boot Circlet, obviously very popular, and this is to stop a potential DK harass, I bet, which is a big Undead thing right now.
Harass himself.
Showtime himself does that, and it's going to let him catch up to the DK, and here DemOnGoD just fucked up. He got his Acolyte killed, but here this is for Showtime to do his thing with his No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Oh, that was good.
He's so good with the Wisps. But here he's just going to bother the DK for a little bit. He's looking out for that tower. He's keeping his positioning, and he's not going to get trapped. And here we're going to see... No, not another Shadow Strike. Alright. And, he's going to target a Ghoul. That's probably a better decision, but he is facing the Coil. So, I don't really know. But considering he's teching, he's doing a very good job. Showtime is so good with this Warden that he is not going to get it surrounded.
He's good with just about any harassment. When I was watching his Undead games, he does amazing things with just a single Death Knight. I mean, you wouldn't even believe it.
He does. He's a big fan of coiling the red creep.
Yeah.
Showtime does have a little bit of delay, if you'll notice, watching him play, because he's playing from, I think, Seoul, Korea, which I think gives him on his fast LAN about a second delay. And here he's just bothering DemOnGoD. DemOnGoD's afraid to go out of his base. And here I think we're going to maybe see... No, he's saving the Shadow Strike, which is good because he's not really going to kill the DK. And he's buying a Merc. Oh, he's buying a couple Mercs.
Also a good way to survive potential undead offensive when you're attacking as Nido, obviously.
And now he's just going to run around after the DK. I don't know. This isn't very interesting because we've all gone through the standard motions of being harassed by the Warden. But if you'll notice, Showtime has wisped both Merc camps, and now he has two of these little troll priests and two of the troll axemen. And DemOnGoD just sent a wisp to sent a ghoul to harass the wisps, but he ended up chopping at one of Showtime's trees. If you'll notice, one of them is turned blighted, which is, I think, kind of funny.
So it looks like Showtime's actually massing up mercenaries. If we take a look at his army there.
Yeah, he's doing a mass merc tech, and with a Beastmaster and Quills, which I think it's an interesting strategy. I don't know, it's a little abusive in my mind. I think, actually, Nate, have you thought about this? What can an undead do on this map against that stuff?
Well, I mean, mass melee is just gonna pretty much massacre the... I mean, those are all ranged.
Once he gets those ogres, though, it's like...
I don't know, it's rough.
Here,
but I would say mass frenzy ghouls will handle it initially.
Yeah, but if you look, Showtime is not very cool on letting that happen. He's not going to get those mass frenzy ghouls.
Well, at this point, DemOnGoD, he's just focusing on that Beastmaster that he's trying to get him to, or the Warden rather. He's just trying to get him to TP out of the base, which he's doing. So I mean, that's how clearly how he can survive to take advantage of his non-mercenary units.
And he did just lose a couple acolytes, a couple ghouls. And see, this is what I told you.
I don't feel like Gargs are the right option at all in this situation.
This is the thing. That's
definitely being stubborn. Yeah.
DemOnGoD saw the tech, and he's still going to go Gargs, and that is not going to work out well for him because
especially with a player of Showtime's micro, those Gargs are not going to last long at all. Versus all those ranged.
Yeah,
he's got pure.
DemOnGoD's being a stubborn kid. And I feel really bad actually that this kid is like 2 years younger than me and like 8 times better than me, but whatever. So is Demon Hunter 777. If you know him, he's not as good as DemOnGoD, but he's still pretty good. He's like 13 too. But
he's currently playing on the AKA Hell Raiders 777.
666 Hell Raiders.
666. Yeah, which he got #1 on RT and. He's like top 50 solo, I think.
You can tell from the name that he's a kid, though. But if you look, see, DemOnGoD is being a stubborn kid again, and he's intent on his mass Gargs working against Night Elf, no matter what happens. And Showtime is doing.
I really feel like mass Gargs. I mean, I've gone mass Gargs against Night Elf, but when your opponent goes Warden first. And they get Fan of Knives, it's just death to go to Gargs, and I really would not.
And look, he's got Quills too. I mean,
I'll be very, very surprised if DemOnGoD pulls out a win in this. Very, very surprised.
And this is an interesting matchup. I mean, Mass Gargs works against something. Say the Night Elf goes like DH, which they do, and in that case, your DK won't have any mana, and the standard like A-bombs wagons kind of deal might not work out as well. Because there won't be any coil, which really keeps your line alive. But what I think about this is he's just going to get massacred by Fan of Knives, honestly, and Quills. Once they get
the fact that we're looking at a complete anti-air army against an air army. I mean, it's not going to be.
And I think Showtime and here's Showtime's getting hippos now, and I don't even know. Maybe he'll get like. Yeah, he's going to get some hippos, and maybe he'll get a chim or two. Then once he reaches tier 3. But
he has to run away now. Yeah.
And DemOnGoD, also it needs to be noted that DemOnGoD only has level 2 Death Knight, and Showtime has 2/2 on his heroes. And Showtime has an expansion going up. And honestly,
yeah, Showtime loves those expansions.
Yeah.
I watch some of his games. As Night Elf, he always expands.
always. It's his StarCraft influence. If you look, the Koreans, since they played StarCraft, they love to play. They love their expansions, and look here, Showtime's going to out micro DemOnGoD. Honestly.
Well, basically, DemOnGoD's probably going to focus on the Hippogriffs, since they're going to be the easiest to kill with the gargoyles.
And Showtime is going to
But
run them away.
there's going to be nothing to kill the ground units, really. I mean, is he just still massing Gargs? Like,
yeah, he's going to get Frenzy Ghouls.
no, he's not a tier 3. He's just massing.
See,
them.
DemOnGoD's
No
being
second hero.
stubborn. No second hero. He's intent on his mass Garg strategy
I don't
working.
know why he's still building.
And it is
them.
not going to. I'll tell you right now, man, DemOnGoD. You're why is he...
Does
okay.
he not have a Hunter's Hall?
Showtime forgot his Showtime forgot his Hunter's Hall.
That's odd, especially to be teching without a Hunter's Hall.
I don't even know. Maybe he wants a chim or something. But now he's got his mine. Look, this game isn't actually very interesting. It's more of DemOnGoD trying to do something that's just not going to work. I mean, he's played it pretty
You know
well.
what it'll be great at is if DemOnGoD wins this game.
And we all look like fools. He's playing it pretty well, but it's like, I don't really know. With this third hero, also, the Panda is great against air. Only Koreans pick him.
I don't know. I've been getting him undead versus undead. That's my new thing. I mean, anytime I see my opponent massing gargoyles, it's like, okay, I win, because
Drunken
especially
Haze hits all your guards.
I've gone Lich first. Yeah, you go Lich. As soon as you see the going guards, you get Dreadlord and then Panda, and it's just complete massacre. And just mass up ghouls and just own them.
With all that AoE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Air does not. AoE just tears up air right now.
Especially Gargs.
Yeah.
Because the healing scrolls suck and they Gargs bunch up. Like, if you look at DemOnGoD's army right now, one Carrion and a Haze and a Breath and a Nova would just kill like 8 Gargs.
Yeah.
And actually, Nate, I've been seeing a lot of undead players like Politic and I don't know, a lot of other ones. They go DK first against undead. Mad Frog does it sometimes.
Yeah, I've been trying that a lot myself, actually.
What's the idea though? How is it supposed to work?
Well, in particular, abominations are a really good option at this point in undead versus undead, because the major problem for them, which would be banshees, aren't really a problem anymore. So, in my mind, the real idea is to take advantage of the coil on the Death Knight. I mean, it's as simple as that. And in general, if you see a Death Knight first, you can immediately expect to see higher tech units later on. But personally, I prefer to go Death Knight second in general, to use them for healing. But at this point, I really like to go Lich first a lot, because that level 3 Nova is really, really powerful.
And here DemOnGoD's going to leave because he's going to lose his entire army.
He's just getting owned by
he's trying to run away from Drunken Haze, and it's not really working. He's lost about 6 Gargs.
Yeah, that is just a complete massive.
And there he says GG. And I'm sorry, guys. This didn't actually turn out to be a very good game. But it's interesting to illustrate how you shouldn't be stubborn when faced against an unusual strategy.
Yeah. Like
this Tri-Hero Mercs tech. And, I mean, something would have worked, maybe Abominations or something.
Or even just straight up ghouls.
Yeah, just mass ghouls.
But
that would have
the
done
idea
right.
being to counter something with its counter, not what it counters.
Yeah, it's like building, Sorks against Dryads. It just kind of doesn't work, And also, one hero against Elf isn't really the choice, the thing to do, honestly, because you want that hero nuke. And I think at this point, Fiend's hero nuke up to, I don't know, A-Bomb's Meat Wagons kind of deal might be good. Or just ghouls up to A-Bomb's Wags.
Well, Gargs do work.
Gargs work, just not against that. And not against Warden. If you see DH or Keeper, go Gargs. But no one's going to go Keeper first in solo, really. That's more of a team hero. Alright,
yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed the special guest appearance by Ed. We'll probably be doing a couple more at some point. So look for those. Please leave us feedback. Let us know if you want to hear some more stuff from Ed and all that.
Alright.
And any parting words, Ed?
See you guys later.
Alright, see you guys later.